Remember in my youth all the rage I felt, locked in a cage, couldn't save myself. Such a young age to persuade myself that I could only get paid with a gauge and shells. Remember in my youth all the rage I felt, locked in a cage, couldn't save myself. Such a young age to persuade myself that I could only get paid with a gauge and shells. Raised on the streets, but I'm past that. Repetition, you could have that. Hesitation, we can't have that. Reminiscing, having flashbacks. Looking forward to the times that I have today. Rest in peace to my dogs that have passed away. You learn very quick that these cats don't play. Take a few hits, then you pass the J. Now I'm trying to learn about stocks and bonds. Who gets paid when they drop the bombs? How cryptocurrency got so strong? Fly first class across the pond. Reading high rises in conference rooms. Chill with like-minded conscious crews. Abandon all the bullshit and nonsense too. Time to think big, what we got to do. Yeah, remember in my youth all the rage I felt. Locked in the cage, couldn't save myself. Such a young age to persuade myself that I could only get. Remember in my youth all the rage I felt. Locked in a cage, couldn't save myself. Such a young age to persuade myself that I could only get paid with a gauge and shells. Remember in my youth all the rage I felt. Locked in a cage, couldn't save myself. Such a young age to persuade myself that I could only get paid with a gauge and shells. Raised on the streets, but I'm past that. Repetition, you could have that. Hesitation, we can't have that. Reminiscing, having flashbacks. Looking forward to the times that I have today. Rest in peace to my dogs that have passed away. You learn very quick that these cats don't play. Take a few hits, then you pass the J. Now I'm trying to learn about stocks and bonds. Who gets paid when they drop the bombs? How cryptocurrency got so strong? Fly first class across the pond. Reading high rises in conference rooms. Chill with like-minded conscious crews. Abandon all the bullshit and nonsense too. Time to think big, what we got to do. Yeah, remember in my youth all the rage I felt. Locked in the cage, couldn't save myself. Such a young age to persuade myself that I could only get paid with a gauge and shells. Remember in my youth all the rage I felt.
G-Lew.
Locked in the cage, couldn't save myself. Such a young age to persuade myself that I could only get paid with a gauge and shells.
The rage I felt as a young black youth. Since the devil was a lie, homie, I'ma tell you the truth. Born in the struggle, the trouble follow me too. Landed on La Brea and Pico in 82. Baby boy like Jody, I only listen to few. Papa was a Rolling Stone, mama ain't have a clue. Fresh up out the porch, jumped there first in the streets. Two older brothers, so I was the youngest of three. The rage I felt was held down on me deep. Turned me into a menace like Kane in 93. Baby on the way, but my baby mama a G. I still wasn't ready to turn away from the streets. One bullet later, 2 felonies on my belt. Fresh up out the cage, the rage I still felt. Do I care when I live or I die? Shit, I don't know, but in the meantime, the streets is calling me, I gotta go.
Remember in my youth all the rage I felt. Locked in a cage, couldn't save myself. Such a young age to persuade myself that I could only get paid with a gauge and shells. Remember in my youth all the rage I felt. Locked in a cage, couldn't save myself. Such a young age to persuade myself that I could only get paid with a gauge and shells.
New day, new money on my mind. Waking up in the morning thinking God one time. Back on my grind, it's an everyday struggle. 9 times out of 10, it depends with your hustle. Started as a youngster, didn't know how to function. Took it from the streets, made something out of nothing. Took it from Picola to the east side of Compton, Pasadena, Gardena, all up in Bell Gardens. Used to like flogging, acting like a baby G. Rolling in my all-white Cadillac 83. Used to have the Vogues with the 100-spoke chrome D's. Weight on my shoulder, now the whole hood knows me. Started from a quarter to a half to a whole P. 30 days later, I was working with a whole key. This was like 90-something when I was a young G. I've been there, done that. Can you feel me? Feel me. Can you feel me? Check. Check. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Sorry, everyone. I just had a gang of, I don't know why, a gang of difficulties here hit me at the last minute. So sorry about that. But I hit you with some music from Javier featuring me. And let me see. We're gonna get this thing started here in 1 second here. Get a couple things situated. All righty, there we go. There we go. Okay. Without any further ado, I'm gonna introduce my guest for the evening. We have 2 guests, but let me bring in my homeboy first and foremost. The incredible Javier is here.
Much love, everybody. Much love. Appreciate you, G-Lew.
What's up, homie? Sorry for the slight delay. Had a couple technical difficulties, but we're on and popping. We are here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Good. Appreciate you having me on, man. I'm excited. I know we have a lot to discuss, and I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir. Javier's been here before. This is like family. This is my brother right here. You feel me? But tonight it's gonna be a little bit different because we're gonna be talking about this new thing my homeboy has going on. It's like a new animated series, like cartoon type with a gangster twist. Like the homie said before, cartoons will never be the same after this. My boy Javier has come up with a new idea with this I don't know, animated series. I'll let him explain a little bit more, but it's incredible. I played a couple clips from it, past couple episodes you guys have seen, but I think it's incredible when I first seen it. And he also asked me to be a part of it too. So I'll get my debut soon here, but I'll let my homeboy go ahead and talk more about that, and then we'll bring in the homie as well. But go ahead, bro.
Appreciate it, G. Appreciate it. Yeah. So I have this new animated short series. So it's animated shorts, and it's gonna be a series called Travisos. And it's basically we're gonna start from his time on the streets going into YA, and then we're gonna build from there. So it's more about entertainment. So it's gonna be a way for me to express myself artistically and come up with just different storylines and character development and all that. And yeah, G-Lew will make his first debut on the show on the 3rd episode, which I'm working on Sunday. I'll have that done. I have 2 episodes done already. The first one will premiere next Friday at 10 a.m. So I'm excited about that. G-Lew will be on the 3rd episode, and then he's gonna have he's playing 2 different characters. His other character will be more in the show as we go along. So I'm thinking when we get to Nellis is when you'll see more of G-Lew on there. And it's dope because it's a fictional universe. However, I'm using the same like institutions in YA, but it's a fictional universe. So it's like everything is that we're not stepping on anyone's toes. We're not going to diss anyone's hoods or anything like that. It's all going to be fictional, and it's a way for us to just tell a story. I think there's been a lot of stories out there told. You've seen a lot of anti-heroes out there get their shine, and I just want to see some that from our point of view. I think that'd be interesting. So I have a lot of people who are jumping on. MC Shadow from MLD Entertainment, he'll be on there. Sonny from the Streets Ain't Loyal, he'll be on there. As I said, G-Lew.
Sonny, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Sonny. My boy Big SilenCA, of course, he's gonna be on there. So that's what we're gonna do. And it's gonna be a weekly thing. It's gonna be shorts. So it's anywhere from, I'd say, 5 to 10 minutes will be the longest. I'm not gonna ask people to dedicate a whole half hour every week. 5 to 10 minutes is what we're gonna launch, get people watching it and ready for the next one. So that's how we're gonna do it. And I'm very excited about it. Right now, there's a lot of room for growth, which I'm excited about. Also, it's not the greatest animation, but it's a story. It's a story, and I think as we grow, you'll see the animation grow, the stories grow, and it's gonna be dope. I'm really excited about it.
Hey, quick question, homie. I think it's dope too, like incredible. When I first seen it, like I think I hit you up. I was like, yeah, this is it, bro. But tell me, how did you? I don't know if you explained how you came up with it. Not only the concept, but everything along with it, the animation. Like, and I know you heard. I even heard you say before your son does stuff. I don't know if he collaborated with you, but how did all this come together? And did you make it all happen in the way that you did?
Yeah, so it's actually I wanted to write a book, a fictional
Okay.
book based on a fictional universe, right? I wanted to write a series of books a long time ago, and I kind of like the one of the characters that I have in the show. I got too like protective of that character because I was like too it related too much to me, right?
Right.
So what ended up happening is I thought like books. I'm not sure if I have enough time to put all those books together, right? So what I wanted to do was do like I wanted to do a comic series, but on Instagram is what I was thinking
Right.
about. You have ten different frames I can do, and I was thinking about filling those up and doing it on Instagram. And then I said, fuck it, like with the iPad, I could probably just do it animated.
Right.
Just like that, right? Instead of like, why not having it a little bit of movement in there, tell the story with the voice instead of having somebody read through it week by week. So that's when I decided to do that. So it's been actually a long process, something I've been wanting to do for a long time. But I just never really got around to it until recently. I said, you know what, let's go for it. Like I have a platform to do it on. I think that was always the thing too. Like I could have ordered comic books because one of the homies suggested just make actual comic books. But I'm
Right.
like, that's a lot of fucking inventory there, right? And what if that shit doesn't sell? And like, I'm gonna be stuck with fucking a gang of comic books, and that's a
Right.
big
Right.
deal. So I was thinking, I have a platform now. I could just release it on YouTube and do it there. It's gonna be a lot more work. It's gonna be a lot more work, but it's worth it in the long run to me. So that's kind of how I got the idea. It's just wanting to tell a story, but it's kind of inspired by other like I'm a huge TV fan. So I love the TV storylines. So that's when I was like, let's do it. Like I really want to do a storyline that could keep growing and have people interested and tell stories that we're all used to. And
Right.
from the first episode, I try to make a lot of drama in there, and in the second episode, I added a little bit of comedy. So you got to have that comedic element. So
Right.
we're gonna have like you're gonna see it's gonna be drama, comedy, just all kinds of things like you would see on a TV show. It's just animated characters, and it's going to be a little shorter than usual, from 5 to 10 minutes.
Right. Okay. And what do you plan? Like, who do you plan with this series? 'Cause I know you do a lot of different things, but with this is something new, unique, and different. You know what I mean? And can reach different audiences as well, from the kids to the elders, whoever. Like, where do you plan to go with this new series? Like, what do you plan to accomplish with this?
What I want to do is hopefully build the universe that I have envisioned in my head. I do have a vision that I where I want to take it, and I want to eventually move it from. I'm telling this guy's story, right?
Right.
And I want to build the story up. So I want to show from when he was a kid all the way until we get to the ending. The great thing is, like I said earlier, I was really protective of one of the characters, so I switched the main character because of that. I didn't want to have any biases. I didn't want to know what was going to happen. Nah, he wouldn't do that, or that's not a move he would make. Because like sometimes you get attached to these characters you create. So I switched the character so I can build it, and it could have a kind of a refreshing for me, like a fresh start to an old story that I had in my head. So I just want to just keep creating this universe and build it up and get like get the graphics even better. Just see it grow. I want to see this grow. Right now it's in its infancy, and I love that because I know all we're going up. That's all we can do is elevate the series. And I'm really
Right.
grateful that I have a lot of people who are on board with it. Like I said, you're going to be a part of it. Shadow's gonna MC Shadow from MOD Entertainment's gonna be a part of it. Sunny's gonna be a part of it. There's a lot of CYA Entertainment. They're gonna be part of it. My boy Big Silence is part of it. My boy Jaren, Big Silencer's son, he's actually does a lot of the artistic work, the illustration on the series also.
Dope.
So
Dope.
so that's a 14-year-old kid right there, but he gets down. Like he
Dope.
gets down. So it's for me, it's just a way for us to build something unique, something refreshing, and I'm really excited about it because it's something that I've never done, something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to write and create something, and at times it's going to be just for entertainment, but there will be some educational elements. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of drama and some comedy also.
Right. Hey, and one more thing with the creative process, Javier, you seem to be a hell of a creator. I always see you like pushing boundaries, like even when I first started, rocking with your channel. Of course, you had like I loved it. I told you, you had the interviews with the YA thing and all that, and you had that on lock. And then I seen you just expand from there, like you didn't stay stagnant or just stick to that. And you since then done many different ideas and shows and a lot of things. Where does the creative process come from you, and where does it end? Like, is it endless? And do you want to always create, or do you just want to try different things? And then, even how does that work for you? Like, do you get maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Like sometimes disappoint. Like, do you want to just do more things, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What keeps you creative and wanting to do more things than what you've already
Well,
been
for
doing?
me, I've always felt that I was a creative person. My father, even though he would never call himself an artist, he was an artist. He was a tattoo artist. He can draw. He would tattoo on cups, even the old school, like anything. Like my dad was very very creative. So growing up, like I looked up to my pops and just seeing the creative side of him. I always wanted to create. I always wanted to tell my own story. So I don't think like for me being creative isn't something that's really unique to me because ever since I was a kid, I wanted to rap. I produce beats. I just write my lyrics and I try to do different things like that. So I'm always trying to tell a story, even when I'm doing an interview.
Right.
I'm telling a story, even though it's not my story. I'm telling. I'm asking questions in a way where I'm trying to get a story out, and because I strongly believe everybody has a story, and the story that I'm always trying to get out of those interviews is a story of hope and inspiration. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm having those conversations. Like the reasons I'm asking the questions I'm asking is to get that story of hope and inspiration out. So that's why I don't really ask like, oh, war dog questions, right? Like, and not
Right.
there's anything wrong with that. That has its place too. But for me, I'm trying to build a story every time I'm doing an interview. I want to see how they went from a child to a menace a lot of the times to what they are today. Because to me, that's interesting. That's multiple changes and that's a character development, right? So I
Right.
want to see that character development through. And that's why I don't like to talk to people before the interview. I don't really want to hear a lot of their story before because when I'm asking those questions, I'm genuinely interested. I really want to know because I don't know. A lot of times I don't know the story they're going to tell me, but I'm finding out with everybody else. And that's what I love about the interview process. It's like, okay, and then what happened? How did that make you feel? And things like that, right? Because I really want to know. Low key, I'm kind of a nosy person. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
I don't want to stick my nose where it doesn't belong at the same time. So doing these interviews allows me to kind of get in there and see the thought process behind a lot of the change. And I really, really enjoy that. Like I'm the kind of person, I've said this before, where I'll walk into a grocery store, I'll see a group of people and I'll think everybody here has a story.
Mm.
And I think that's interesting. Like this is a moment in time for them. I always wonder where are they headed. I think I got that from YA when I was in Nellis. I was on the top bunk one day and I could look out and I could see cars driving down Whittier Boulevard. I think it was on
Mhm.
Tyler. I'm not sure if it was Tyler or where it was. I think it was on Tyler at the time. I could see cars driving on Whittier Boulevard. And I said, man, I wonder where they're going. Right. And that kind of got that question going like in my head. Like, I wonder where they're going. And now I always wonder that. I wonder where they're going. I wonder what's going on there. why are they so angry? You see like people get all crazy, loked out, and like not knowing how to act with customer service and shit. I'm like, why are they so angry? What's going on in their life that that they have to act like this? So I that's kind of my creative process right there, is just wondering, trying to figure out. And with the so yeah, I've always been a creative person. It's just different ways of finding it. And when it comes to like me thinking if there's ever a limit, I hope not. I really hope not. Only time will tell. But I really hope that I can continue creating, because I try to always add something to what I do.
Right.
Like I said, I started off writing rhymes, rapping, then I started producing, doing interviews.
Dope rapper and producer, by the way.
Appreciate that, G.
I think you playing around with the rap shit though. I don't know what you're doing. Like you've been holding out on me, bro. You got a lot of stuff over there and you ain't put it out. Like what's popping, Javier? But that's another story. That's another
Yeah,
story.
yeah, that has to do more with the me not producing my own stuff and kind of that kind of stalling it. But I
Right.
do have another project I'm working on where I'm going to do all the production, and so that's gonna be coming up. That's not my main focus right now, unfortunately, but it is something that I'm very passionate about. So I would anticipate the end of summer, beginning of fall is when I should have an album out. It's gonna be not the one that we listened to last time on your show. Unfortunately, that one's not gonna see the light of day, but it's gonna be based on that same concept, and we're gonna get it going. Except I'm gonna be doing all of the production on that one to make sure it comes out when I
Right.
need it to come out. And just to answer Denise's question, there is going to be homegirls there. Right now, I'm limited to whoever has recording equipment or whoever's able to drop by to record. However, I do have phone conversations at certain points to make it easier. And on the first episode, yes, we do have a female guest star, and she's on there, so it's gonna be dope. So that's the first one, and I do hope to add more in.
There it is. Hey, and one more thing. Speaking on the just your process, man, and the productivity and progression you've had. You spoke about your pops earlier. How you looked up to your pops. We all know that's big cricket and all of
Yes,
that.
sir.
But I know your pops passed away, as well as mine, bro. But before he passed, did he get a chance to see some of your progression, like after you got out, and did
Yeah, yeah. My pops
okay?
just
I don't
recently
know when he
passed away.
passed.
Passed away
Okay, okay,
about 2-3 years ago.
okay.
So yeah, he didn't get to see anything I'm doing now, unfortunately.
Hmm.
But he was a big supporter of my music and what I was doing. Like he actually my first like it was like a low budget music video. Me and Big Silencer actually. He's I
Right.
know he's in the waiting room. It was me and
Hold on,
him.
homie. I'm bringing you in a minute, big homie. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, me and him were we had few songs out and we wanted to do a video for one of them. So we were walking down the street with one of them, and my pops used to have this white and blue mini truck, and he had like speaker that shit bumped. So he was
Right,
bumping our song while we are walking down the street getting our scenes on, right? So he was always a part of it, and he would always tell me he was a fool. He'd always be like, let me manage you, bald man. I only charge you this much percent and shit like that, right? So he was a G with it. Much love to my pops, may he rest in peace. But he always, yeah, he did love the music part of it. I think he went to a few shows, and he was always trying to be as supportive as possible. And he had my CDs. I don't even know what happened to his CD collection, because he had them, and he'd be like, remember this one, bald man? Do you still have this? I'd be like, no, actually, I don't. And
right,
he'd be like, man, I still got it. I still got it. And I'd be like, how that's dope, because he had a lot of my shit. So yeah, he was a huge supporter. Unfortunately, we did the TV show together, me and my pops. He passed away before that came out, so he never got to see the TV show,
right,
and he never got to see the YouTube channel or anything like that. But he did get to see the earlier years of creativity.
right, right. That's what's up. Well, rest in peace, to your pops, man. Just wanted to bring that in and mention that 'cause I know
I
you looked
appreciate
up
that,
to
G.
him, and
Yes,
I want to
sir.
congratulate you. I always tell you this, but just on just the nonstop creativity and things you do, like sometimes we don't even know what it is. Like we don't know how it's gonna go, but you just have great ideas, and I just respect that you never limit yourself to what you can do, man. And that's to be respected, man. So respect to you, and incredible Javier channel and platform, bro.
Appreciate
Um,
that, G. Appreciate that. Yeah, one thing I always try to do is just keep creating. Just keep creating. And if people mess with it, cool. I'm grateful for everybody that messes with it. If some people don't, there's a lot of people don't like what I do. That's cool. I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? But there are a lot of people that do like what I do. A lot of what I do is based on education. It's based on compassion. It's based on empathy. But there is a lot of what I do that's based on entertainment, right? So, and that's what I like to do too. I like to have a good time. I like to create, and there are times where I like to have creative topics out there. So that's why I always try to come with something fresh. And I always think I'm never competing with anybody, right? So I'm not like I'm the greatest at this shit or I'm the best at this shit. I just want to be unique at this shit, right? So
right,
there's not going to be another incredible Javier, and that's cool because there's not going to be another G-Lew. There's
right,
not going to be another anybody else, and I love that. I love what makes people unique is their attitude, their style, and the way they do things, and that's why I don't try to compete. I just try to keep shit fresh with myself.
right, right. Man,
Big Devil,
exactly,
much
bro.
love.
Yeah, shout out to homie Big Devil. One more thing too, I want to commend you on, and I respect what you do, but I want to ask you what made you stick to that script as well. Like you just said, you're not in competition with anyone, but like like I know, it's a lot of probably more things you can do to get more viewers and come with the you know what I mean the BS with or not even BS but just add to topics that are going on or pick and see because you've been seeing a lot of shit even go on with people we know and YouTube and all this shit but you never getting caught up with all that or promote the bullshit or none of that. Like what do you you know what I mean? Why do you choose to do that? Which is commendable to me. But why do you choose to do that and not go with the where you can know you can blow up more by probably doing that stuff?
Yeah,
Excuse me.
it's actually a multi-layer answer, right? So, one of the main reasons why is because I want to present myself in a way that my children would, if not be proud, at least understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, right?
I
Like
said
I
the same
know,
thing too.
yeah,
I
they could
respect
probably
that.
they'll probably see the shit I do with Uncle Jess and be like, "What the fuck is?" Or my friend James, just you know what I mean? What Scumbag Sunday? They'll probably, "What the fuck are you doing, Dad?" But they know we're clowning. They know we're playing, right? But at the same time, they'll know why we're doing it. They know that we're doing that. We're fucking around, and that's how we play. But I don't want to do something that's gonna be in a way where it's gonna be like, "Come on, Dad, grow up. Like, what are you doing out there?" Right? I'm an adult. That's the way I look at it. Like, I'm an adult. I'm a father. I'm a husband. So I have to act like that. It's one thing to play around, but when you start getting into drama and all that, like that's not something that I want to involve myself in. So that's the first one. The second thing is if I wanted to do that, I would not be doing it on YouTube.
Right,
Like I would still be on the streets doing that shit if I really wanted
right,
to
right,
do it. And I'm not out there. So I'm not going to be on YouTube acting a fool from the house. You know what I
right,
mean? Like if I wanted to act a fool, I would do that, but I don't. I'm a father. I'm a family man. I'm a husband. So that's what I try to do. I try to uplift people. I try to say, look, here's my story, and if it could help you, dope. And if I hear other people's stories, hopefully that can help you too. It's not just me. I try to build a community with my channel, so I try to involve as many people as possible.
that's dope. That's dope. And you do that again, like everyone in the comments showing you love, bro. Just like me since day one, I told you, you know what I mean? I respect
Appreciate that,
everything you
G.
do and you a real one. And I respect, you're someone like you say the kids or whoever can look at and not be and say, man, I'm proud of that guy. He's doing it the right way. You know what I mean? Because there's too many of us people our age and our generation and all that that's kind of making it look bad, for the kids because the youngsters are already in bad enough shape. Seems like what's going on out there, and it don't help that we are the ones that ultimately seems like didn't do them a good service. The younger homies maybe why they're the way they are. You know what I mean? And then we're still out here doing the BS. You feel me? It don't look. It's not a good look. So I commend you for that, bro.
I appreciate that, G.
Javier always staying solid. And with that said, man, let's bring the homie in because he's backstage, man. He's probably like Like, man, so let's bring the big homie in. He's here. Go ahead and introduce the homie. He's here.
It's my boy Big SilenCA, aka Nasty Nick.
Nasty
This
Nick.
my motherfucking boy right here, from back in the day. And when we've done an album together in the past, I produced for him. And when it came time to do this cartoon, I wanted somebody that I know I could rely on, someone that would be as passionate as I am about the project. So I said, let me hit my boy up. You know what I mean? So I hit up my boy Big SilenCA, and I was like, hey, this is what I got. This is what I got in the works. What do you think? Right away, he came in with the plan for me too. Like let's do this, let's do that, and fucking brought his son on board. And go ahead, Nick. Let them know, G.
Yeah, like he said, like the homie said, man, he's incredible. Javier is just a different breed of people, man. He's as solid as they come. He's as real as they are. Like we consult a lot with each other. Like he's like one of the few people I pick up the phone for every time. You know what I mean? Like I don't miss his calls. I'll call him right back and shit.
I appreciate that, G.
He's a major factor in the world that I feel in my heart. So with this cartoon, it just blew me away, man. I was like, damn, another. This guy's always, like you said, he's a revolving wheel. He never stops. His brain's always going. He's been like that since he was working on music. He'll make a whole album and he'll be like, nah, let's put it on pause. Let's redo this. Let's redo that. Let's do, like, he's always been that way, real on hands with it and shit. So
right,
I'm always on board with anything. He's got his mind on. So
yeah, that's and right. Well, one of the main characters in the show is going to be played by Nick. So he doesn't show up until, just like your character G-Lew, until they get to YA, because that's where the major shit starts. But in the meantime, he does play a detective, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? He gets the detective voice on, and it's real dope because he took it seriously. He takes it seriously, just like you.
So he wasn't one of the detectives in the one I seen, one of the ones you sent me when they were interviewing the guy.
Yeah, he was one of the detectives
on First 48. Yeah, okay.
So I knew that Nick would take it seriously, and I knew he would have a different approach. And when he came on board, it was just like, hell yeah! Like I knew I could count on him. He came in and he was like, I said, could you do this? Or I'm gonna need this. And Nick is one of those guys, they will use all of the resources around him. Well, if you need this, I can get this person. Or if you need this, I can do this, I can do that. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Because it's hard to do it alone. Right. Like, and that's why I'm glad I don't have to. But he's definitely a big factor too. I appreciate it, Nick.
I've always been dyslexic and shit. I gotta delegate, dog. You know what I mean? Like I'm not technical. I'm not even, like, it took me forever to jump on this shit. The homie inspired me to get on the mic. He's like, you gotta do your podcast. You gotta be on YouTube now. He's like, that inspired me. I've already done music with like 7 albums, worked with him forever. I was like, damn, that's a big jump, dog. We're gonna be doing cartoon voices now. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Hey,
like,
big silence. Like speaking on all that, since you're here now, let's get on you a bit. Like you said, I know you've been doing the music, you've been doing all of this, homie. Tell the people about you, homie, briefly, and what you're all about. Got going on, because you got a lot going on, bro.
Yeah, fucking Entrepreneur of the Year, man. I just got Entrepreneur of the Year 2022. Hip Hop Artist of the Year. I've been doing it, man. I got my own website. I'm a CEO. Me and my wife are running a website right now. We're selling
Shout
clothing.
out to your wife. She made sure I got this flyer and everything. She's like, hey, look at this. Hey, look at here. Edit that shit and put Big SilenCA and his IG and all that shit, okay? I'm like, all right. I got
She's
you.
my push.
Shout out to your wife. Shout out to your wife, though, homie.
She's all, he only put SilenCA. He needs to put Big
She got on me, homie. That's why I was late. Really low key. Really low key. That's why I was late, Javier. I like, let me fix this shit before I go live, because she was on me, bro. So that's why I was late, people. Shout out to your wifey, though, man. Much love.
Yeah, man. She's my publicist, my web designer. She's been taking care of all my business behind the scenes. She talks to the people I don't want to talk to, that I'm kind of like hesitant on, or I forget about, because I'm always moving. You know what I mean? So she gets to it. She handles all my stuff that I don't get to. Basically, she's there, man. My assistant. So shout out to my wifey, man. Yes, Heavenly. She was a DJ when I met her. Actually, like we met up.
A DJ on her tags. Okay.
You know what I mean? We met up at a networking party and shit. And like at that networking party, I met my clothing graphic designer where he's been helping me with my clothing. He actually is my videographer. He's been doing all my videos and shit. So like it's like been a big networking cycle. I fell into like a big storm. Like ever since then, thousands and thousands of t-shirts sold, thousands and thousands of records sold. I've been living off my music for about 12 years
boy.
now, independently.
Wow, hold up again, man. Hold up. That's big, bro. Respect.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been up and downs, you know what I mean? It ain't been all 100% rocket ship to the sky, you know what I mean? You have your downfalls, you deal with some wrong people, you help too many people, you get held back, you know what I mean? But this incredible Javier right here, man, he's been by my side through it all. He stood tall through the rain, man, and like we're
That's
here and look at him now, you know, millions of fucking views on his YouTube.
That's a real one right there. Yes, sir.
I mean,
yes, sir. And tell us about your podcast too, bro.
I just started it up. It's West Coast Reactive. Everything's dub C dub A, westcoastreactive.com, West Coast Reactive Podcast. I helped the Bishop Don Magic Juan. That was my biggest like inspiration right there too, because I helped him do his podcast. It's called Bishop and Friends. So like helping him get that off the ground and seeing all the celebrities come through, and I was right there with him the whole time. That inspired me too. You know what I mean? I was like, I gotta do this shit, but I was always doubting myself. Like, nah, I'm just gonna stick with the music. I'm better with the right game. I could write rhymes. You know, like that's what I've always done. And then I seen Cricket. He's like, man, just do it, dog. You just stop. Just don't ignore the camera and do it. You know what I mean?
I told Nick because he was the one that was really doing it. I went with I was there for the first episode with them, for the Bishop and Friends, and I told Nick, like, you're doing everything, fool. Like you're the man that's really doing everything, and it was a learning process for them too, because you had to get the mics right. The Bishop wanted it in a certain way, where it wasn't the easiest of
How was it meeting the Bishop, Javier Cricket? How was it meeting the Bishop, homie?
It was cool. You know, it was cool. I
Church.
When I meet somebody, when I meet somebody on a business level,
Ain't it, man? Yeah.
I keep it business. You know, I keep it professional. So I wasn't trying to fan out or anything like that. I was there to do a job, and I went to assist Nick and what he was doing. So that's all. You know, like I didn't get the chance to chill with him or chop it up or anything. I wasn't there. I wasn't there for that. You know, I was there to kind of a assistant producer, and that's what I did. But I did see what Nick was doing, and I was like, damn, he held the show down. He held it down from beginning to end, and there were a few complications along the way, and Nick made sure that everything ran smoothly. And that's when I told him, like, dog, just you did that shit for fucking what, months, right? Until he got.
We did it a whole year, dog, 10 months, and fucking. Wow. Like Cricket said, he came right in. Like I wasn't too good with the technicals and all that. I just went and bought all the equipment, the mics, all the stuff for the show. Me and my boy D-Funk, he got some lights and shit like that. And we were trying to do it, but we were having a couple complications. You know what I mean? It wasn't 100%. The Bishop wanted it 100%. So I only know Cricket and my boy Dill to Respect. Though they're my engineers, my producers, my whole life. I started bringing them, trying to get them on their free time. Come over here and help me. You know what I mean? Like, let's get it popping. The Bishop's serious about this shit. He has tons of celebrity friends. You know what I mean? He was getting big people calling. One of our first shows, we had Too Short, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and E40 all trying to break through on our live.
Wow.
And only Snoop Dogg got through, dog. Like we couldn't even figure out how to get them all on. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Right.
And now that I think about it, they must have been all in the studio recording that Mount Rushmore album.
Right.
Because that shit came out right after. So I was like, damn, all four of them were trying to get through. I wish we could have got Ice Cube, a big damn movie producer, you know what I mean? Like, talk to him about that, but it was just Snoop, and he was chopping it up, telling us we need to get our shit right. You know, like, it was crazy, dog. I was like, what the fuck? Snoop's on my first show, dog? This shit's crazy, dog.
So did you learn from that show how to get that in order, and like, did that teach you some things? Like, how did you move forward from that?
And I stepped my game up 100%, man.
Okay.
Ever since then, like, the Bishop's like a street celebrity, dog. Like, he's half street, half celebrity. So he'll put his foot down, you know. And I've always watched Cricket and the way he moves, you know, like the two professionals. Like, I always thought they butted heads because they were two big pimps, dog. You know what I mean? Like two big dogs in the game and shit. Like, I'm this guy, you know what I mean?
Right. Wow.
Yeah, he's a legend, dog, in his own right. You know what I mean? It was crazy as fuck, crazy experience. He's got the Players Ball coming up April 8th, 9th, and 10th in San Diego. We're going to go out to that shit.
Oh, man. Damn. I need to come hang with you, big dog. Javier, when I come back, hey, I'll go hang out with this guy. Nah, but
I'm
much
telling you,
respect to you.
yeah,
Go ahead.
you'll see yourself if you hang out with Nick, right? And I
Right,
don't get to I get to talk to Nick and pick his brain and do all that. I don't get to chill with him too much because my boy
right,
is out there and like
right,
I'll be like, "What are you doing?" Like, "Oh, I'm right here with Sugar Free and DJ Quick." Like, what the fuck? And then another
right,
day it's like, "Oh, fool, check out my new track. I got with Rapping Forte." I'm like, "Damn, he just dropped the track with Spice One." Like
right,
he's always doing something, right? And like he's been on the stage with Corrupt. He's been on the stage with just legendary people. And Nick is if you hang out with Nick, you're gonna see some shit.
right. That's what's up, Nick.
It's
Um,
been a damn adventure, dog. You know what I mean? And I'm here with G-Lew and Incredible
Man,
Javier. We
it's
still
a
rolling.
beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. Because I'm glad to be in the presence of not only my boy Incredible Javier, the name says it all. But you, Nick, doing it, really, really doing it. Not talking about it, doing it. What can you say, Nick, that you've learned through your journey? Not only with learning the production, doing more with it, but being around these celebrities and being around people that can show you and teach you more. And now, being at a normal thing, like what is the future for what you have going on? What are you trying to do? Because you're doing a lot. What do you see yourself doing the most that you love?
I'm trying to tour worldwide right now. Like I was just telling Cricket, I just talked to Afro Man. Like I want to jump on some tours with them. You know what I mean?
Shout
Go
out to
around the
Afro
world,
man.
meet some new people and shit. Like I got little Sodi showing me a lot of love. The homie from,
That's the homie A Trey.
you know what I
Shout out
mean?
to that's my boy, Sody. What up, Sody?
That's the mascot right there. He's showing a lot of
Yeah.
love, dog. He wants my girl to help publicize his company as well. So like, he
Right.
sees us moving and he understands. You know what I mean? And I understand who they are. So it's just I'm used to it. You know what I mean? Me and Afro Man I've already fellowshipped with him a few times with Bishop. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
we got Player of the Year 2 times in a row and shit.
Mm.
He's a legend, dog. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Real legend. Like the two that like the bishop is a real legend. Salute
I
to
mean,
him.
Afro Man too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he's up
Afro
there with
man,
us.
yeah. Underground legend. Shout out to Afro man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's dope, dog. I see myself touring around the world and just keep selling clothing, dog. Reaching out to more people. This world's so big, so many people don't even know me. You know what I mean? Like we just met right now. Like this is just what it's about. Just keep pushing.
Speaking of the world, like I know you probably travel a lot of places. Is there anywhere that you want to go that you haven't? This question for both of you all. I heard you talking to your wife the other day, Javier, about traveling the world in the future. But where do you guys want to go that you haven't been?
For me, of I one of the first places I want to see, of course, is the pyramids in Mexico. But after that, that's just culturally. Like I just want to be able to embrace that experience. After that, though, I want to take Rosie and Aslana to either Disney Euro or France or Paris. I forgot what they call it, Disney Paris or Disney Tokyo.
Mm,
Like one of those because they're huge Disney fans, and I would love to see. Like I've seen some of the YouTube stuff, like the rides. They're just way fucking different, especially in like Tokyo and Hong Kong
mm.
or is it Shanghai? One of those. Well, they're fucking like whoa, amazing. I just trip out like Ratatouille's fucking huge, and you look like you're a little mouse in there. Like that shit looks crazy to me. So that's one place where or I'd want to go is take them to Disney all over the world.
That's dope. That's dope. Maybe you get sponsored by Disney one day, bro, and you get the free
I
pass.
doubt. I doubt
Everywhere. You
that.
never know, man. You know, you never know, bro. How about you, Nick?
Shit, I want to travel. Anywhere is cool with me, man. I'm trying to buy a house right now. I'll be happy with having a home, dog. Like just settling in, then deciding. You know what I mean? Just I'm a workaholic, dog. I can't see myself sitting in some country enjoying it too much. I'll probably let my wife do whatever she wants. You know what I mean? I'll go with her. We'll enjoy it. But fuck, dog, I'm so busy. I got a lot of stuff I want to do. I'm
Right,
not a
right,
big sit and watch type person.
right. You say you still making it happen. The cameras, we still rolling on, bro.
If I'm in France, I want to meet my fans. I got fans in France. I ain't even been there. If I'm in UK, I want to go meet my fans in UK. I got fans there, dog. I don't even know them yet. I
Right,
want to
right,
function with them, dog. Fellowship. You know what I mean? That'd be crazy.
right. Hey, I want to ask both of you guys, who are some of your inspiration? I know, like, well, I'll start with Javier. I know Nick, you're you're actually around some of your inspirations now a lot. But just even beyond that, who are some of your inspirations, like Javier, like far as from to music to now podcasting, act like everything you like and are involved in at
Yeah,
some aspect.
definitely. So when it comes to just rap, I think we talked about it before. Like I a huge Too Short fan. I said that's what made me love hip hop. Like I liked rap before. Don't get me wrong. Like I grew up on that shit. My aunts, they were huge like Def Jam fans. Slick Rick, which is one of my favorite fucking MCs of all time. Run DMC, Beastie Boys. They liked all that. My pops liked the early NWA, Dope Man, 8 Ball, fucking Boys in the Hood. But
Yeah.
when I first heard cuss words from Too Short, dun dun dun
Dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun.
man, I was like, whoa! I never heard anything like that. I heard rap and it was always upbeat. This rap was kind of dark, kind of like
Right.
he was just like spitting that shit. Like Dr. J played basketball. Like, oh, I was like, damn, man, like he's getting off, right? So that was for me like one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to rap was Too Short. And then after when I changed my style a little bit, it was probably because of my boy God Forsaken. I seen what he did with it from a more artistic, poetic standpoint. I was just like, damn, this motherfucker is dope because I'd never seen a Chicano spit like that. Like this fool was spitting about his family and going to work and shit like that. And I was like, damn, like I had never seen anything so real and authentic. And I was like, damn, that's a trip. So those are probably two of my biggest inspirations when it comes to hip hop. When it comes to, I'd say the cartoon that I'm doing right now, of course, South Park, just to show that we can do something. Like it doesn't have
Right.
to be perfect. You
Right.
you can do that. Uh, and when it comes to storytelling, I'd say somebody like Vince Gilligan.
Mhm.
Vince Gilligan, the creator of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I love what they do with character development, and
Breaking Bad was my favorite show. Oh
I'm
my
telling you, if you
god.
got to see Better Call Saul,
I didn't really get into that yet, so it's pretty good.
I love it. They're
Okay.
on the final season. It'll be premiering on the
Okay.
18th of April, and I'm really looking forward to it. Like that shit is just dope to me.
Okay.
Might have to push uh mental health Monday back one day just so I could take that in. You know what I mean? So fuck it because I love that show. So I'd say that for podcasting, I wasn't really it was crazy because I really wasn't trying to podcast. I didn't get into it until afterwards. Now I see what people are doing, and I'm a big fan of a lot of different people. Right, I'm a
Right.
big fan of G-Lew, big fan
Thank you.
of Sonny from the Streets Ain't Loyal, Drunken Barbecue Chef, what he does.
Straight out to the chef. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there. I don't want to miss anyone and say, oh, you're not a fan. No, I am. I see everybody who brings to MC Shadow. I see what they bring to the table and how it's different. When I first started YouTube, I didn't even think anything of it. Like I thought YouTube was for pranks,
Mhm.
and I thought it was for pranks and for and to learn how to do shit like
Mhm.
fix a table. How am I gonna fix a table? Go on YouTube, right? So that's what I thought it was, pranks and that. When I started doing YouTube, I started seeing other people and I became fans of them. Like, whoa, shit! I never even knew there was like a street community on YouTube, and I really embraced that because I said, we don't fucking need to go outside of anything for our entertainment. We can get it all here, right? Like I hardly watch TV. I
Right.
hardly
Right.
watch TV.
Me too.
Like if somebody's on live, I'm gonna check that shit out. Like
Right.
that's why you'll see me on your lives a lot. I'll be like, "What's up, G-Lew?" Real
Right. Right.
quick because I'm not watching TV. I'm not out there doing shit like that. Like I'm gonna kick back and watch it live. And I'm glad that I found it because before I'd probably be on the couch just wow, what's next? What's next? So I'm glad that that we have these now. So yeah, I guess the inspirations now would just be the people around me. G-Lew, Sonny from the Streets Ain't Loyal. Just everybody else who I haven't mentioned. Like just them and what they do. Just seeing everybody do their thing, it really pumps me up to say, all right, hell yeah, this community is getting bigger. It's getting larger and it's getting stronger, and that's what really pumps me up. And it also allows me to do things that are different, right? Like shit, you killing the oldie game at Sundays, right? Like I'm like,
Yeah.
man, G-Lew was doing that shit. So fucking you know, you just see different things and you're like, he doesn't just stick with one thing, he does different things. So it's like everybody has an opportunity to also do that. You know, we don't have to
Right.
ourselves in a box. You got your
Right.
oldie show, you got your fucking your after hours show, and you got the hookah lounge. You might know you're not always on the hookah lounge, you know, but
Right.
it's
Right. It's
on
really
your
them. And we got something new with the homie Big D too.
oh yeah,
Let's talk about it Mondays. I really I'm proud of that show. Shout out to the homie Big D.
much love to
Yeah.
Big D.
Thank you, homie.
But yeah, you know, like you're constantly also growing, and I love that about the YouTube community, because we don't need to be at each other's necks or like hell nah. It's the opposite. We embrace each other and we like really support what each other do and bring each other on, and that's
Right.
dope.
And I think the same. Before I go to the homie, to piggyback off what you said, I think everyone is like inspiration for me too. Like you and everyone else who has different part, like homies. Like that's why I support them all, because it's like that's what we look at more than TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it allows us to interact and be as one. You know, that's one thing this pandemic I guess did. You know, and it allows us now for things like this where we can interact and just everyone in touch with each other. You know what I mean? Without having to actually be there all the time. You know, so
Yes,
that's a
sir.
beautiful thing, bro. And you guys inspire me as well. But I'm gonna go over to the homie Big SilenCA.
Yeah. I'm inspired by my kids, man. Every day, you know what I mean? Like my oldest son, he's schizophrenic. I make sure he's good with his medicine. He's out there every day. He keeps a smile on his face. Tough warrior, man. He don't quit. That gives me strength right there. My middle child, Jaren, draws. This kid's fucking talented. He's drawing every single second I look at him. He could be playing video games or talking to his friends. He's drawing. You know, fucking, I'm going to put every dollar I can into this kid. He's selling more artwork and NFTs than I'm selling rhymes. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
He's amazing. He's a prodigy. The little one, he's just like a genius. He comes over and tells me all the stuff that's going on with like Roblox and all these new inventions that are coming out. These kids are telling me about it. You know, like I could literally go invest in a stock because of these kids. They're telling me new stuff that's coming out, news, bad news, good news. And kids are little. They don't know how valuable their information to me. Like, just keeping me pushing on normal stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna stay dedicated. You know, my wife's pushing every day on the website. I'm like, man, I gotta keep going. She believes in me. You know, there's no giving up. So it's just more family based for me.
Is that me or the homie, Javier?
That's Nick. You're breaking up, G.
Oh shit, my bad.
I wasn't sure if I was tripping or okay. All right.
Are we good?
I think so.
Yeah, so more family based. I keep my circle real small, man. Like the family is the most motivating thing for me.
Yes, sir.
Dope,
Yes, sir.
Dope. Well, check this out. I got a lot of more questions and things to talk about. But since we are here for this new series, man, animated series, Javier, why don't we go to the clip, man, and let the people see for themselves who haven't seen it yet, bro? Why don't you go ahead and introduce it, homie?
All right, cool. So it's gonna be the first one, right?
Yes.
So on this,
did you send me the other one?
Yeah, I emailed. I forgot to text you. My bad.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, damn.
I'll still be able to pull it up. I just didn't know that now. But you have to give me a minute. But go ahead.
Yeah. So on this clip, again, the animation isn't 100% where it needs to be, but I think it's effective enough to tell this story. So this is a young kid wanting to prove himself, and it shows what limits he's willing to go to make that happen.
Did you see that vato that just crossed the alley? Nah. Man, that's that fucking Lop Wolfie from Street Boys. Fucking idiot didn't see us. We're gonna creep up on him and blast his ass. You ready?
Hell yeah. My adrenaline was pumping. I thought it was gonna be like before. I'd flash the gun, he'd run, we'd chase him, let out some shots, and afterwards laugh at his expense. We saw Wolfie talking on the phone. We so into the conversation, he didn't even see us right in back of him. This was gonna be different than before. We were close range. It was time to go.
Hey, Wolfie.
What's up?
Bottle madness, puto.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that's the first clip, and that's kind of the beginning of what ends up being the rest of his life. You know what I mean?
Shot the fuck out of him. They just lit the whole clip in his ass.
Yeah, so it's just it's like I said, there's gonna be some what you call it dramatic elements to it. There's also gonna be a lot of comedic elements, but it's mainly I would say it's a drama. You know what I mean? It's more like a drama, so you will see a lot of that happening. And this is like I said, the artwork isn't where it's going to be, but this is definitely a start. And I love that we're starting here and we're putting it's enough to put the story out there. And I really think that we're gonna build onto this. And I don't know. I'm really excited about it because this story can go through a lot of different avenues. I know where the first I know where the ending is gonna be of the first season, but I don't know how we're gonna get there, and that's the exciting part too. Is writing that, adding the new characters in, and especially when people are like, I want to be part. I know I've seen Denise, much love to the homegirl Denise. She said she wants in, so for sure, I'm gonna try to uh, get them in a way that's gonna be good to the script. Well, I'll definitely get them in, but I have to figure out how we get everybody in, intermingle them, and make this happen. So yeah, I'm very excited about it, and I think it's gonna be for me. It's a dope experience to sit down and really get these going. I think you're muted.
Oh, you're muted, dog.
Shit, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nah, I was gonna say, even like with that clip that we saw, like the people didn't see before that, like what led up to that, like when he shot the homie, you know what I mean? What led up to it, how he was influenced and who his big homie is, like it's real deep and it's pretty good, you know what I mean? So yeah,
And what happens afterwards? Because
yeah,
that's not the ending of it, right? Right. Like this
right,
is just the beginning, and that's actually just the middle of that episode. So there's more that happens there, and there's gonna be, especially if you come from that environment, there's gonna be a lot that's familiar to you, and a lot that isn't told. And I always found that interesting. You can have a show about meth dealers. You can have a show about mobsters. You can have a show about fucking biker gangs. You don't really see any about the streets like that on that level,
right,
especially California. I know they had one The Wire, which I know was real dope, but they haven't
right.
really did it in California in a way that I thought was authentic. So that's kind of what I want to do, and the what I love about it is the fact that um not everybody has to be in the same place at the same time. So I can just be like I did with you, G-Lew, whatever. Say, hey, you think you could help me out with fucking these vocals? And you're like, hell yeah. So now we got you in there, and you're gonna be on a certain uh two different places you mean without ever having to be out here, which is
Right.
dope. So that's why I love about the animation part also, is that we can work with people all over the place and make this shit happen.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Like I said, I'm excited, like, cause I got to see it, you know what I mean? And I thought it was really dope, man. Really
Yeah,
dope.
what'd you think of
Um,
the first two? Okay, I shot you the first two episodes, right?
yeah, yeah, that was really dope, man. The whole concept, the script, like, how everything went. Like I said, from before, like what people didn't see, how that led up to what happened, and afterwards, and where the homie comes in, where you had like the first 48 thing going on. It's like he has a real good script or whatever you would call it, and it's pretty dope, man.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's I wanted to share that with G-Lew just to let him know, like, this is what we're doing, and just like you could just give somebody a clip, but if I want you involved, I want you to see it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's why I shoot it to Nick, and I'm like, what do you think, G? What do you think? And it gives us an opportunity to. What I love about doing it, because what I'm doing right now is I have 3 episodes that are pretty much complete. While 2 that are complete, one that'll be complete this Sunday, and we can work and rework the script as we go along. If there's somebody who the fans, not the fans of the show, I should say, like hopefully we have fans of the show, right? Really connect with, then we can build that character up. You know what I mean? And we can say, oh, this is a dope character, and we can do that. Not we don't. Of course, we're not gonna build the script all around that. But if there is somebody who, because sometimes people will see things that you won't, like that. Hey, that fool's dope. Don't get rid of that fool, right? And then you'd be like, oh shit, that's right, he is. So then we can elevate that guy to another level where he couldn't be. And maybe in the future, it's not just the main character right now is a kid named Boy. Maybe it's not just him. Maybe somebody else becomes the main character down the line. But this is the avenue for us to explore that. And natural law, it's anywhere from episodes are going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So it's going to be like an animated short. So I'm not going to ask people to spend a whole half hour every week chilling on this and watching it. It's real quick. You know, I was going to make it 3 minutes each and put them on my YouTube channel and on my TikTok channel. But then I said, nah, I'm gonna keep it exclusive to the YouTube channel. You know, like I think that's where I that's where the community is strongest at, and that's where you know, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it out for the nasty crew and for everyone else, just to let them, like, it's here. This is the home. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like, well, I'm gonna go cater to other areas, but it's like, nah, this is home. You know what I mean? So I'm always gonna have no matter what, I'm always gonna have love for the YouTube community, because this is the home. This is home base right here.
Right. With that being said, people, we have the second clip available now. So go ahead and take us to it, Javier.
Yeah, so the second one, so the second one is
Whatever
basically,
you sent me.
Yeah, I remember what it was. I was like, what part did I send? Second one is something that is very familiar to a lot of people from the streets. You know, when we go to court, what happens, and when you hear those words. So this is gonna be on the second episode. So yeah, you know, when you are in this situation, you're like, fuck. But here we go. Appreciate it, G-Lew.
My last juvenile court date went by pretty fast. The prosecutor had a gang of witnesses and character witnesses that took the stand against me. The deck was stacked against me anyway. Juveniles didn't get a jury trial, so it was up to the judge to determine if I were guilty or innocent. I didn't have a chance.
Mr. Morales, since you've been incarcerated, you've caused numerous incidents, and it doesn't seem like you have any remorse. The only thing you have going for you is your youth. I sincerely hope you figure it out, Mr. Morales. I hereby commit you to the Youth Authority for the remainder of your juvenile life. Court's adjourned.
What's going on that part of this
series? So right there, you know, he's fighting his case, and of course he's not gonna win that case. That's not gonna happen. So I just wanted to a lot of it is fictional. Like, they won't say juvenile life in court, but that is basically what he's gonna do, right? That juvenile life. But well, I also wanted to show how the system kind of, especially
sounds like Homie Bandit.
Much love, Bandit. Much love, G. So I also wanted to show how the system, especially when you're a juvenile, isn't really fair. You don't get a jury trial, right? And they just basically say you're out of here. That's it. And just showing like what happens during that process. So that's what I wanted to show there, and just to see like another person's, you know, like, this is the beginning. Like, this is really it. Like, this is what you go through. This is what you go through. You're sitting there, you got your public defender on the side of you, and you got the judge who's just gonna let you know what happened. So I really, you know, I really try to get the authenticity of the moments. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to show the authentic parts of it. So right there, you know, that's something that I knew I had to include. I had to include the court system, even if it was just a small clip like that, to show how it goes, especially for juveniles. And as we progress into the series, you'll see more adult systems and shit like that. I have to go to advisors for that, because I never, you know, experienced the adult system. But we'll go to advisors for that and get that, and try to also make that as authentic as possible. And what I did here again is I made sure that there are no real gangs on this. So it's not like I'm throwing this person's gang is the best or this person's isn't. Like, nah, on this, what I'm doing is everything is fictional. It's a whole fictional universe. So the
What
gang,
what 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 let me just briefly interject. What made you want to not only, well, I can see why you wanted to, but not include certain names of gangs, but what made you want to change the whole, not only say, like, I'm not going to say a name, but I'm not going to say, like you said, if you know someone's a crip, you're not going to say cuz, or just not even say SL, or whatever, like change everything. What made you want to do that?
you know what? And actually going back to what you said about influences, right? One movie that I really liked that I thought did a really good job of that. Even though some people might think parts of the movie are cheesy, I think the overall storyline of the movie is dope as fuck with Blood In, Blood Out, right? Like with Blood In, Blood Out, they had everything was fictional about those locals and everything
Right,
like that. So for me, I was just like, if I were to do something, I want to do it like that, where it's my own universe. It's not, I don't have to rely on what other, what goes on in other areas or anything like that. It can be, it's gonna be what I create or what we create. Like if you want to bring me a gang, G-Lew, like, hey, you know what? I want the Lou gang, Lou Street. I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like shit.
nah, nah, I'm good.
But I'm just saying, like it makes it
Right,
easier
right,
that
right,
way
right,
to
right,
include
right,
people and include things.
right,
Um, so for me, it was just about creating something that's gonna be for us and that nobody can lay a claim to. Like, hey, you use my neighborhood, homie, or
right,
oh,
right,
like, nah, fuck, you couldn't do it without us or anything like that. Because I can't do it without a group of people. I'm not gonna lie, but
right,
uh, I want to do it in a way where it's gonna be authentic, but also it's gonna be fictional at the same time, so that we don't get anybody caught up or get anyone thinking like we're taking shots at them or anyone thinking that we're trying to put them over or any kind of biases like nah, this is all from a fictional universe. And to answer natural laws question, is whether it be original
yeah,
music in
whatever
future
the original,
episodes.
yeah,
The score, I'm doing the score. So the noises you heard in the background, that was all me on the piano trying to do that. And yes, I wanted to do a song for the intro and outro, but I think it'll be cool without uh it'll be cool without a theme song for the first one. But hopefully in the future, if they're bumpy music, it'll most likely be something that I or SilenCA or even G-Lew or anybody else works on. It'll be one of our tracks. That way we don't have to deal with record companies and all that shit. You know what I mean? And
right,
much like
right.
the Mac Malone, I actually wanted Mac Malone to be on. I hit him up, but I'm not sure if he checked his Instagram. So I did hit up Mac Malone, but I'm not. I'm not trying to put you out there, G. I'm just saying in case you
Nah,
haven't.
get on his head, man, because he been slipping lately anyway, man. Mac Malone, what's up, bro? Yeah, get on his head though, man. What's up, Mac?
I
A
tried to
few
put you out
people
there
have been
like,
at me about Mac, man. Like, what's going on? He was, so yeah, I don't know what's up with Mac. You got to tap in, Mac.
yeah,
But
I
shout out
wanted,
to the homie.
because I wanted people that I know to be a part of it, people that I
And
really,
Mac is hard. Mac is hard though too.
yeah,
So
that's why I know. Like, when it came to
he's
character
dope.
voices, I
He's
know
dope.
he did something for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, so that's why I wanted it to be fictional, because I don't even want people to be like, oh, you're trying to diss us, or you're trying to diss them.
right,
Like, nah, hell nah. I ain't trying to do nothing like that. All I'm trying to do is tell a story. And in some stories, people are gonna win and people are gonna lose. I don't want people's feelings to get hurt or anything like, oh, dog, why you gotta do us like that? Like, nah, man, we ain't doing nobody like that. This is all fictional. The story's authentic, but it's gonna be fictional.
that's dope.
Original
That's
music
dope.
composed by Cricket Acid.
No, I respect that though, Javier. Like, you're taking control of the whole, get down. Like you said, from your score, I heard you earlier to say production on your music. You know what I mean? To have full control of your product, man, and with your likeness and everything you're really creating. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing, and that's something people can look at as well. To learn the game from all angles, man. You see the homie. Um, Learning the game from all angles, even hooking up with the homie Silence. So, like you said, doing product now. Javier, you have production under your credits. You know what I mean? Because you've
Yeah.
done that. So just learning the game from all angles and not limiting yourself. You know what I mean? To anything.
And I'm really excited because his son's on board. So by the time this series, your son's what, 14?
Right.
Say by the time the series is into its third year, fourth year, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be way different, be way more advanced. And his son could say that he worked on that. That's a
Right.
credit to him. Like at 18 years old, he already got that under his belt. So I'm really excited about that because it's like, fuck yeah, I hope it elevates him to the next level, right? And hopefully the series gets elevated to the next level and we can get a budget, because right now it's it's not really a budget, it's just us. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I love that shit. I love that shit. Like you said, it's us controlling it, it's us doing everything, and it's Nick's like, what do you need now? What do you want me to do now? Nick knows. That's the other thing too. Nick knows the ending. Nick knows what's a big SilenCA knows what his character is gonna do, the transition he's gonna make, and I'm excited for that because it's a real story. It's a real story, and I think that Nick's gonna pull it off with his with his experience and the way he performs.
Dope. Let me see. Fictional, authentic. Um, that's dope. So when is it again? When does it premiere?
Premieres next week, so I got the first two on premiere, so it's gonna be actually a week from today. Next week, February. Why do I always confuse April and so it's gonna be April 1st. It's gonna be premiering, and it's gonna be at, let me check the time just to make sure. I believe at 10 a.m. So it's gonna be. I just want to make sure.
Are you gonna have like the premiere thing and all that, and do the live and shit?
Yeah. Next
Okay.
next week at 10 a.m. It will be premiering, and then next one after that will be April 8th. Those are two are already up. The third one I'm gonna be working on. It's going to be on
She said
next
April Fool's
Friday.
Day.
Yeah, April Fool's Day. I thought about that too. Like, imagine, like just fucking with you guys, wanting this whole thing. Like, nah, man, I wouldn't do that. But
Right.
yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be April 1st, and every week after that. I have the first two episodes done. The script for the third episode is also finished. I will finish that episode on Sunday. So Sunday I'll have it. So by Monday night, Monday morning, I'll have the first three episodes up. I'm already writing the script for the fourth episode, and then we'll take it from there. And based on feedback, we'll see which characters will grow, which characters will eliminate. And I do have a lot of other people who are jumping on. My boy Wicked Willie, Cell Block ENT, he's gonna be a major role too. And then episode 4, that's when you'll hear Sunny. So Sunny will come through about a week after.
Big Sonny.
Yeah, Sunny will come through about a week after to drop his vocals.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You got the cartoon. Hey, that's what I asked you about this. The animated. I don't know what do you call it? Cartoon animated. What
I
is
call
the
it a
proper
animated short series.
animated short series? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you let your kids see it, and what they think about it?
Interestingly
family.
enough, my kids aren't interested in street stuff. So for them,
But
it's
I know that. But I mean,
yeah.
being that it was like animated, maybe they would. You know what I mean?
They're a little older, they're like they ain't trying to mess
Okay.
with dad. They're like,
Right.
So one of my sons though, he does draw, so he was really like, oh shit, we can do this. So
Right.
for him, it kind of sparked a light, like, whoa, we can do this. I can make this happen too. And I just told him, whenever you're ready, son, let me know. I'll show you what I know, and maybe you
Right.
can take it to the next level. So, but no, I haven't showed my kids. I have showed a lot of I showed a lot of people. I showed James. I showed you, West Coast Graffiti. I'll be on his show tomorrow. I showed him. A few Nick. I showed Nick. A few other people. I showed, and everybody liked it. You could, because it's like it's a story. It's a genuine story. I'm not trying to make anyone a badass. I'm just trying to tell a story, and we'll see. People will shine based off of that.
That part. And I noticed also the character in there. I don't know for sure, but it sounded like your wife as maybe one of the characters. So, what did she think about the series and all that?
Rosie just always told me it's actually, it isn't her. It's my homegirl Lupe.
Oh, okay.
I knew
Sounded
her.
like her. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I knew her from 6th grade, and
Okay.
I was telling everybody about it one day on Instagram, because I won't shut up about the shit. You know what I mean? Like I keep talking about it.
Right.
I'm really excited. Like I am. I'm really excited about it. So, and she was like, "Hey, I want to be part of it." And I told her like, "Shoot the vocals, right?" So, for her it worked out because he's on the phone with somebody, you know, and a certain thing, and it's her, and it works out because she did her vocals through Instagram, and it works because she's on the phone. So, but yeah, now Rosie doesn't have a part in it, but Rosie told me like she always tells me just follow your passion. If you think this is gonna work, if you think this is something that's gonna help you, that's gonna help the channel, like go for it. So yeah, you know, I have Rosie's blessings to move forward with it because you know it takes time. I'm not gonna lie, it does take time. I dedicate a huge part of my day, especially on Sundays, editing day, to doing it. You know, like to getting it going. So fucking she knows that with the dedication that I'm putting behind it, and she's happy for me, and she really hopes that it becomes successful because I
How,
want to move this.
how important is that to have that type of support from your spouse, man? You know, because
Oh,
that
that's
could be stressful at times for them too. I'm sure. You know, like what do you know what I mean? Do if they don't understand what your
you
passion is and what you're trying to do, if you're
playing
not on the same
cartoons.
page.
Yeah, you're playing
Right,
cartoons in the backyard. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck you
right,
doing?
right.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, G-Lew has been in my pad. I'm all
Yeah,
the way in the back. You know, like I'm not in the house. Like I'm all the way in the back. So when I come back here, this is my office. You know, this is my studio. This is where I do it. So it's really important for her to be that supportive because I do take a lot of my time away to engage in these endeavors. So, like for example, today, you know, Friday night, I'm out here chopping it up. We're doing this, and she's cool with it. You know, she was on the chat earlier, like showing
right,
her support.
right,
Tomorrow I'll be West Coast Graffiti. Like I went to work earlier today, did my thing, and then I'm over here. I'll probably do the same thing tomorrow. I'm gonna
right.
be at work in the morning. Then I'm gonna do Cholo Trucker wrestling talk, and then I'm
Shout
going
out to the
over
homie Cholo Trucker.
Cholo Trucker, and then I'll be me and Nick will be jumping in the ride heading out to Long Beach. You know what I mean? So fucking
Wow.
it's very important to have somebody who's supportive and especially supportive of your dreams and somebody who could help you elevate them because she always she tells me like we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do that.
Right.
And she always tells me you're just the face of the operation, which I think it should be the other way around because she has a better face than I. But it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Hey, I want to interject quickly, man, since we brought up your wife, man. Bro, that other day, bro, that's when she told her story, bro. I was like, wow. I mean, I think that's why I think this is incredible that happens, like with your wife and like Corey as well. Like when they tell these stories, bro, it's like you would never know or even think like some of these people have these deep stories like that just by, you know what I mean, seeing or just not knowing, you know what I mean? And you're
Yeah,
like, wow, man, and I just know it inspires a lot of other people, man, when they hear that, you know what I mean, and people's real story and truth, you know, and it inspires other people, man. But your wife, salute to her, bro, and you too, because you were right there with her through it all, and you lived through it all with her most of the time. I know you had to relive that as well. So for you guys to have the strength and courage to tell that story, bro, you know what I mean, salute, bro.
I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, like she's one of the strongest people I know, so it makes it easier because my strength, you know, a lot of it comes from her too. Because she's the one that tells me like just do it, just do it.
Right,
And there's times where I'll doubt myself like a motherfucker. I'm very doubtful of shit. Nobody wants to see this. This shit's gonna be whack. Fuck this, right? Why would I even do it? Like, and then she'll tell me if this is what makes you happy, then go for it. Go for
right,
it. So you know, I'm gonna keep going for it, and I really want this. I really want this to be successful. That's what I'm really aiming for, and I know if we work hard enough on it and we put the right storyline behind it, this could be a big project. And I'm hoping down the line, you know, to make a movie out of it, and you know, just do a lot with it. Like it's a universe, it's endless. Maybe even have other people take a character and spin it off and be like, hey, you want to fuck with this character? You want to build a story around him or what happens next? Here, take it, dog. Go for it. You know what I mean?
right.
And put it on different channels and just have it expand that way.
Dope, 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 dope. Tell them the name of it again and again one more time. When it is, we just want to keep, you know, hitting them over the head so they remember, bro. So tell them again the name of it, when it
Yep, it's gonna
premieres,
be
and all that.
Travisos, the animated series. It's an animated short series, 10 to 5 minutes per episode. It's going to be premiering on my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/incredible Javier at 10 a.m. every Friday, starting next Friday. So next Friday, the first two will be premieres. After that, we'll just have it going every Friday. And I'm until we get to the end of the story, I'm thinking anywhere between 10 and 15 episodes for the first season. And then we'll see what we're gonna do. If we'll go straight into the second season or if we'll do a movie to kind of move the time ahead. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Me and Nick will talk about that. We'll decide what's best after the end of this series. And we'll see where we want to push it going forward.
That part. Go ahead, Nick.
Man, I'm excited. I'm just so excited about Travisos coming out, man. It's gonna be a blessing. Let's just keep pushing it, man. Every Friday. It's coming out April 1st, 10 a.m. Tune in.
Yes, sir.
That part. And what was I gonna ask you, Javier? Oh, I want to ask you, Javier, on the side note, being that you've been doing this for a while now, you've interviewed a lot of people. Even like some of the stuff, like you have some great interviews and some groundbreaking shit, bro. But the homie mentioned earlier, like Spice One. I was like, hold up. The homie Javier had Spice One at his pad, bro. You know what I mean? Not only did you interview him, but you had Spice right over there right now, man. Like, how was that? Like, I never got to ask you, and even you were pretty cool doing the interview. You feel me? But how did you feel about interviewing Spice One, bro,
I was excited. I was really excited.
at your
You know,
pad?
yeah, that was dope. Like I always get excited when I'm doing an interview, but for that one, it was like, damn, like I grew up listening to Spice One. Like fucking one of my favorite tracks of all times is 187 Proof. Like,
That part.
man, that shit is just
Yeah.
so fucking creative. And
Cooling on
then
the corner with the cellular
cellular
phone. You
phone,
could
you can
tell that
tell
the
that the
East
East
Bay was
was
his
his
home.
home. Like,
More
man,
male
that
than the rest. Yeah, the Spice One was
because he got
whew,
a Tech 9 in the bushes. Man, I'm
bushes.
telling you, that shit's fucking gangster. And then rolling with the motherfucking strap on the side of
Oh
me.
yeah, for sure.
Man,
What up,
so it's like
Marvelous? Yeah, and
marvelous,
Pac
much
was on
love,
that
G.
album too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 and one of the first songs that I heard was that, and then I heard him on was the Gangster Team, South Central Cartel Gangster Team.
yeah.
And I
With
thought
Ice
that was
T, Tupac.
yeah,
Was that that one?
yep, MC8.
Yeah,
Yes.
MCA. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, so for me it was dope. It was really dope. But like I said before, I try to keep it professional. I think I've
Right.
only really fanned out one time
Which
during the
one was
interview.
that?
I was Tony G. I mean
Oh,
Tony A.
oh,
Tony A.
Tony A. Because
Yeah.
you had him at the pad too.
Yeah, that was the only time where I was really like, because that album, Scandalous
I
High
see.
C, that
Yeah.
shit I grew
Yeah, I
up on.
heard you say that was your favorite. I think
Yeah,
I heard you say that
there
was
was
your
two
favorite
albums.
album or your favorite rapper.
Those two albums that were really my favorite albums growing up. Until to this day, I think they still hold the test of time. First one is Scandalous by High C and Tony A, and the second one was Ain't a Damn Thing Changed by WC and the Mad Circle.
Oh,
Because
yeah, yeah.
those to me were albums that were gangster, but not like gang banging, and
Right,
they
right,
told different stories where if they told different stories where like I could relate to. I didn't have to be from Compton or South Central to relate to those. So that's why, like when he came in, I had so many questions about that. Just that one album, I had a lot of questions about because I was just like, man, these are questions I've been wanting to ask my whole fucking life. So
right.
that's the only one where I think I kind of found out probably a little too much. With Spice One, I try to keep my cool. At that point, I was kind of used to it a little bit more. So I try to keep my cool, and it helped because he came a little late, so I didn't have time to meet him in the background or anything like that. He just came, he jumped on the chair, and it's like it's interview time. So that
Right,
actually kind of helped a little bit, where I didn't be like, oh shit, Spice One's here. I was just like,
right.
damn, Spice One's running late, and then he's here. Shit, like I didn't have to.
Because it's one thing to be like, okay, I'm gonna interview these guys for the day, or even something like this, or you go to somewhere, but you know they're coming to your pad though. Like he's coming over here. You feel me? I'm gonna interview this guy, man. So that was dope, bro. That was dope.
I appreciate that, Marvelous. Yeah,
Yeah, shout out
no,
to me, Marvelous.
that was dope. You know, it was dope to interview Spice One. He was here, and he actually was really like, homies were clowning, and he was clowning, and we were in the back just fucking clowning. I think we did some skits that day, and
Right.
it was just it was nuts. Honestly, it was. I was like, I was tripping out, like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, we got Spice One back here, like clowning with us, and we got
Right.
people shooting skits in the front yard. We got interviews in the back. Like, there was a lot of shit going on behind the scenes. It was really, really dope. And it was actually a Nick, Nasty Nick. You know, he's the one that brought him.
Right, right. Nick is the man, man. That's the plug, people. You know what I mean? That's the guy right there. That's the guy. Notorious Nick. Hey,
That was crazy ass fucking.
Could I answer that question real quick? Natural Law saying, if a big studio,
yeah, you got sponsors or investors.
yeah, if a big studio offered to invest in the Travieso show, would you let them be a part of it, or is it too early for that? I think I would at least want to get a season in or two before we start doing that. So if they want to do it right away, I'd probably say, yeah, let's just see where it goes from the beginning. But I definitely would be open to hearing it. I know Rosie would be pissed off if I didn't hear them out. Right? She'd say, "What the fuck you trying to do? Like let's listen at least." As long as it's keeping up with the integrity of the project, I'd be open to hearing it. Well, hopefully it happens. I'm hoping that, you know, shit, ideally HBO or Showtime will fucking consider it in the future.
Right, right. I want to ask you too, piggybacking off that last question about, well, shit, you had Spice One, okay, but who? You said Tony A was one of the ones, you know, but who? Because you've interviewed a lot of people, and you don't have to be famous or anything, but what was one of your, or a couple, some of your most memorable interviews, or favorites, or groundbreaking, or just ones to you that, like, wow, you look back and say, man, I did that.
There were actually a few really that I was just like, damn. Of course, the one with Rosie, the one with Corey. I like those ones. The one with Corey, because it really didn't have a lot of, like, in the beginning it did have gang banging and tragedy, but towards the end it wasn't really like a gangster story. It was just a story of a struggle and then challenges that can happen to just about anyone.
Whenever you make someone cry, Javier, and then you find yourself over here watery a little bit, and oh, excuse me, you have to do like that. Like, wow, yeah, that's those are memorable, man. And both of them, like your wife and Corey, like crazy. Monica, just
Yeah, so I had those two. I would say the one with Marvelous, to hear the details of his childhood and the trauma involved with that, and then see for me, what makes the interviews like special is that I know the ending, right? It would be difficult for me to do those interviews and not knowing what's going to happen to them. So the fact that I know that Marvelous was able to overcome those challenges, it made it special to me, because I'm like, yeah, he may have had this rough, rocky start, but he was able to overcome that and become a very intelligent man. Like he's very, very fucking intelligent and inspirational and influential. So I'd say him. There was also one I did that really didn't get too much of a response, but I really loved that interview because I learned so much. And that was with the homie Southtown SD Dog Kennels. And like I didn't know shit about dog training, dog kennels, or anything before that. And after, I was like, wow, like I was anytime I learned something, especially that I learned about a whole new subject, that was really a lot. Shady Boy, yeah, that Shady Boy one was dope. The G-Lew one was dope. Fucking there've been a lot of them, right? There's some that were pretty humorous. What you call it? The first one I did with Yahira, she had a lot of humor in hers, and talking about the car braking on trying to run from the cops. I just thought that shit was fucking hilarious. There's times where I want to just crack the fuck up, but I got to keep it professional. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah, there are a few of them that were really memorable, but those ones are the ones that stand out to me. Anytime I get somebody crying, I feel bad. I really do, because that's not what I want to do. But I
Right.
know sometimes people need that. Sometimes
Right.
they need to let it out. So I like at times I don't want it to happen, and I try not to do it, but I do want it to be authentic. So I have to ask those questions. I have to ask those questions like, so then what happened? How did you feel? Because that's the main thing. When I do my interviews, I try not to do them to put out the dirt you did or the rumors. I want to hear your story. How did you grow from that? So knowing how people felt is a huge part of the story. So that's why I go that way. If you noticed, I won't really talk about oh, then what'd you do, homie, and in the joint and this and that. Like I said, everybody has their way of doing things, and that is cool for a lot of other channels. But for me, I want to know the individual. How did you grow from that? Let me see. So
That's a
for
good
all of
question right there. That's a good question.
for
What is your
me,
dream interview?
it would be probably Danny Trejo.
Mm,
I think he has an amazing story. I know he's told it time and time again. I would try to get different elements of that story out. I know there's parts of it he hasn't told, so I would try to get those parts. So I would say Danny Trejo or Quentin Tarantino. I would really
mm.
like to pick his brain and see how he does his shit. So those two would be ones that I would really like to do.
Mm, mm. I guess I'm gonna pass it to you, Big Nick. I don't know, man. I gotta think about that one.
I gotta go with Elon Musk, man.
Oh,
I gotta ask some
oh,
questions. Or Warren
oh,
Buffett.
oh. Let's talk about it, like my homeboy said. Wow.
Yeah, Elon Musk and Warren Buffett, man. I gotta ask them what's going on.
Mm.
Got some
What
questions.
what do they know? But you think about someone like Elon Musk, obviously, and who else you say?
Warren
Warren
Buffett.
Buffett. Yeah, okay. You gotta hurry up and talk to him. I don't know how much time the homie got left, man. But Elon Musk seems like a real interesting character, man. Obviously rich as hell, but he seems like he's an interesting character. You know what I mean? Like you said, so that would be a conversation. What do you guys think about, speaking of Elon Musk? Let me revert to this other guy because he was hanging with him. But say like Kanye West, being that like I know Javier and you probably respected him, whether you do now or probably at one time you did, far as from his production and talent and all those things that you guys probably respect. What do you think about overall the Kanye West saga and what he was to what he's not, whatever overall? What do you think?
For me, I would say like I'm not sure. I know he said he's not taking his medication, and I don't know. I would just like to see him at 100% of who he is. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think that there's a lot of issues going on there that need to be addressed. So for me, I wouldn't want to interview him at this point in his life.
He said,
Not because
okay,
I'm critical of anything he's doing, but more
right,
because I would want to interview him when I know he's at full capacity and he can like handle a conversation
right,
without being so like over the top and emotional about things. 'Cause that's the thing. Like I know that I have empathy for people, so I know that a lot of things have happened in his life. You know, with the passing of his mother, and he probably does feel a lot of injustice, justifiably so. Right? There's a lot of reasons why he can feel that way. So I wouldn't want to do an interview with him at a state where I think it would just be like a clown show. I would want to do it when I could sit down with him and really pick his brain and get to the bottom of certain things. So yeah, I just think that when you get to a certain point, people will egg you on no matter what. And instead of just kind of sitting you down and just saying, hey, like chill out, G, like what is it like? Like, let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. Not everything is a battle. Sometimes you have to pick your battles. And I think when you make everything a fight, you have to slow it down a little bit and see like not everybody's trying to attack you. There are a lot of people who are rooting against you, but that's not everybody. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm very empathetic to what he's going through because I know a lot of it probably has to do with the passing of his mother, which is a
Right.
very difficult thing to deal with. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Okay. I don't even know why I went to that. I think because we spoke about Elon Musk and the homie. What do you think about? Shout out to Nay. She said I used to work for Elon. Okay, Nay.
Oh,
What's up, Nay? All right, go ahead, bro.
I had an encounter with Kanye West when I was like 16 years old, 17. Me and my homeboy, he was actually at a church in La Puente, and he pulled up in like a Rolls Royce or something like that, and he was with his mom, and he stayed in the car just knocking his head for like an hour and a half. Dog. He didn't get out of the
Mm,
car, nothing like that. So I
mm,
was like, we were all standing out there excited to meet him, whatnot like that, and he finally got out of the car like 2 hours later. Came up and he walked past us straight. Like everyone was holding their hands out to shake his hand. He walked right past us.
mm.
It was just like a weird situation.
Wow,
And then he got back in the car and left. So everyone's like, what was the point
wow,
of this? You know what I mean? Like
right,
at a church, you know what I mean? For the youth. Like, why?
wow,
Well, the homie literally jumped in the car and chased him down, dog, because he wanted to give him our CD that we were working on. You know what I mean? Like that was his dream. He's like, fuck, I gotta give Kanye West his record. He followed him. He jumped out at the stoplight and he was knocking on the window of Kanye West's car like that. He's like, take our CD, take our CD. And he rolled it down. He said, legally, I can't take your music, man. And like, broke my
wow,
homie's heart, dog. And like, he jumped back in the car and said, fuck this fool, man, dog.
wow,
Like legally, you can't take a kid's music. What the hell's wrong with you? You know what I mean? So
wow.
I don't know that he kind of ruined he ruined my vision for him. I mean, he's a genius. He made hit records. That's all I have to say about Kanye.
Yeah, I've been saying, well, I just can't, like you said, I respect everything he's done. I really liked his first work, his first album. I don't know, Through the Wire and all that. But
Yeah.
I can't respect the foolishness, man. But like Javi said, it may be deep, which I'm sure it is deeper. You know what I mean? Mental and not the, I don't know that part, so I'm not going to speak on that. You know what I'm saying? But just when you have a platform such as his and just the foolishness, man, I just don't think it's necessary, man. And then so many people follow it and make it like it's okay, when we know it's not. You know what I mean? And it's just I don't like that. You know.
Donald Trump pumped him up too much. He started following the Donald Trump politics.
Trump.
He followed
Yeah,
the whole
that's a
blueprint
whole
of
nother.
Trump.
Yeah. He like bowed down to Trump, man. Did you see him? He was like, wow. But it is what it is. That's a whole different topic conversation, man. That's a whole nother thing. So again, what else Javier, do we have in the works, man? Like, I know we're here to talk about the animated series and all that, but knowing you, Javier, you got a lot of more shit up your sleeve. So what's popping that you can let the people know about right now?
So other than that, right now, I'm gonna keep trying to grow the channel. So I'm gonna keep the lives going. I pulled back on the actual recorded videos because I know the lives just do a little better, more interactive, and we get to get the feedback. So, and not only that, but we have the segments we do. They're a lot better with the live, like the mental health Mondays, and like mental health Mondays wouldn't be the same as a recorded video. So
Right.
I'm gonna keep those going. Got the Travisos, the animated series. Working on my TikTok, trying to expand that. I have a few videos over there that are doing pretty well on TikTok. So I'm
I
trying
still
to.
ain't got a tick. I still haven't got over there yet. Maybe
It's
I
actually
will.
it's not too bad. I got a few videos over there like 50,000, 60,000 views over there. So it's actually
Wow.
doing pretty well on certain videos. Um, and so I'm gonna try to grow that. And also, like by the end of the summer or beginning of fall, I want to put out an album. Unfortunately, the two albums I was working on, they probably aren't gonna happen. Unfortunately, I was really pumped about one of them, the Nasty Crew album. Legends from the Tales from the Nasty Crew. I was really pumped up about that one.
Mhm.
Things didn't quite work out the way I wanted them to, so I am going
So
to.
what? Why is it that like? Because you said that's 2 albums now. Like, so what is it? I heard you say a part of the production. Is it you want the whole total creative? Like, what is it? What is the problem? Like, besides those things you said.
So with the first one, I just wasn't happy with it. I
Okay.
just thought that I could have did more. There could have been a little bit. It could just be a little bit more to it, right? I put out like 2 songs, and I wasn't happy with them, and I was like, nah, like I know we could have made it doper. It could be that I rushed it. I don't know. With the second one, it's just that we kind of lost momentum after we were doing it live. That was the whole point of the album. The whole point of the album was to do everything live, from the production of the beats to the recording process. So we are supposed to do everything live, but then issues beyond our control happened. Like some serious issues beyond our control happened, and I'm glad that everything worked out. But what ended up happening is that killed the momentum of the project, and now it's just not the same. It's just not the same. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take initiative
Mhm.
and just produce the whole thing myself. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have another album coming out. A lot of the same topics and concepts that I had from both 2 albums. I'm gonna put together and just create something fresh and new. And I will have new beats, new production, and I'm excited. I got one of them already ready to go. Uh, I probably was gonna start recording today, but I'll probably start uh, next week sometime instead. So
Do
yeah,
you
so
have the as far as your music goes? Because you say you produce now and obviously write everything. Do you have, or at this point, um, do you have a certain like style for yourself, or are you trying to when you do create? Are you trying to do different things, or like are you like what are you doing with your music, and like what is the target audience, or whatever that you're trying to reach?
it really depends on the song that I put out. So for this next album, I want there to be a little bit more melody to it. I want it to be a little bit more appealing to the ear. So I want to do more melodies, uh, and I want it to have an underground feel. So I'm really on this one. I'm really going for that old school underground feel, right? So that's what I'm gonna that's what I'm going to focus on this time. Really fuck with some sounds, make it different, make it different. And I want to just make sure when I do a song, it has purpose. I don't want to put out songs that are like, oh, I'm gonna shoot this fool up. I never do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that's
Right.
not what I do. So I want to make sure that it's something that has purpose, and every song is gonna have a place there. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now, is fucking with different sounds, see how things go, and then adding some melody to it. So it's not just so much doom, doom, doom. It's like a lot of different switches and changes, messing with production value. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I got the first song going. It's actually going to use the hook from one of the other songs I did and just tell a completely different story, which I think is a story that really needs to be told.
Dope, dope. That's dope right there. So we can expect new music from Javier summertime or end of the summer, right?
Yeah, summer, end of the summer or beginning of fall.
Okay. There
Even
it
if
is.
it's I'm going for at least a 15. I'm hoping for the most, I should say, 15 track album. If I make it as short as a 6, but it's 6 solid tracks, then I'll release that. But I'm hoping anywhere between 10 and 15.
Dope, dope, dope. And I want to commend you on that interview you just did with the homie Bandit. I seen
Oh yeah,
Bandit in the chat earlier, man. Shout out to homie
much love to
Bandit if
Bandit.
he's out there, man. But great interview, dude. Great interview, bro.
Oh yeah, appreciate that. I try to do something a little different. I know he's made the rounds. He's had a lot of dope interviews, and I just wanted to do something a little different with that one. Uh, Bandit's a very intelligent guy. He does his things, and I just wanted to show a different side and also tell a different story than what I heard so far.
Right, right. Yeah, I think you accomplish that, man. That was a great. The whole setting, everything was pretty dope, man. So, and shout out to my homie Bandit as well,
Yeah, what's
man.
up,
Salute to
Bandit?
him. Go check out, go get his book if you haven't already. Um, support the homie, man. He's doing big things. Salute to everyone, man. This is what I love about this, man. This positive energy and like we just talked about earlier, when we support each other and everyone's doing great things, man, in their own lane and doing it their own way, man. And that's beautiful, man. So I'm just happy for that, man. Like even us right here, like we got everyone right here, three different guys with three different stories and three different ways people was doing their thing. Like the homie down here just really inspired me. This my boy Nick is on a whole nother level, man, and a hella cool guy. And Javier is just in the process of being great, man. He's already great, but I mean on the process of seeing great things happen for this guy,
I
man,
appreciate that,
because
Jay.
it's bound to happen, and I'm just glad we can get this time here, man, to fellowship and just break bread with each other, man, and just you know what I mean, get each other's story and the energy and ways we can help each other grow. You know what I mean, and
Oh yeah.
the people can be right here with us along this journey. So shout out to everyone in the chat, everyone that supported and everything, man. Anything else, Javier, we didn't touch on you want to speak about or anything,
I just wanted to,
or Nick?
shout out the Nasty Crew. You know, the Nasty Crew always has my back, and I
Yeah,
really
they do.
appreciate that, man.
They do. Shout out to Nasty Crew.
Yeah, much love to the Nasty Crew, man, because they always have my back, and I appreciate it. There's times where I do too much. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I don't even know if I should be doing what I do a lot of the times. But the Nasty Crew's like, keep going, and I really appreciate that, man.
Dope, dope. Shout out to Nasty Crew. Go ahead, Nick. It's on you, homie.
Man, be on the lookout. Travisos coming out April 1st, 10 a.m. in the morning. That's going to be on and popping. Subscribe to my website, westcoastreactive.com. Drop your email so I can send you out some free merch, some cool stuff. Stay tuned in, man. We keep it moving around here.
Yes, sir.
That part. Shout out to the Nasty Crew. My boy, Incredible Javier, the new animated series. And since we're going to get ready to wrap it up, let me go ahead and run this back for you. It's coming out April 1st, the world premiere, 10 a.m. Pacific time on my boy, Incredible Javier's channel.
Did you see that vato that just crossed the alley?
Nah.
Man, that's that fucking Lop Wolfie from Street Boys. Fucking idiot didn't see us. We're gonna creep up on him and blast his ass. You ready?
Hell yeah. My adrenaline was pumping. I thought it was gonna be like before. I'd flash the gun, he'd run, we'd chase him, let out some shots, and afterwards laugh at his expense. We saw Wolfie talking on the phone. We was so into the conversation, he didn't even see us riding back of him. This was gonna be different than before. We were close range. It was time to go.
Hey, Wolfie.
What's up?
Bottle madness, puto.
Oh, shit.
New day, new money on my mind. Waking up in the morning thinking God one time. Back on my grind, it's an everyday struggle. 9 times out of 10, it depends with your hustle. Started as a youngster, didn't know how to function. Took it from the streets, made something out of nothing. Took it from Picola to the east side of Compton, Pasadena, Gardena, all up in Bell Gardens. Used to life flogging, acting like a baby G. Rolling in my all-white Cadillac 83. Used to have the Vogues with the 100-spoke chrome D's. Weight on my shoulder, now the whole hood knows me. Started from a quarter to a half to a whole P. 30 days later, I was working with a whole key. This was like 90-something when I was a young G. I've been there, done that. Can you feel me? Feel me? Can you feel me?
Yeah, yay. Okay, so we are back. I just wanted to throw that at you one more time. I meant to play the second clip. That's what I meant to play right there. Instead of that, I don't know what happened. But I'll play it as we go out. But Javier and homie Nick, take us out of here, man. Anything else you guys want to add or let the people know?
Again, I'm just pumped up about this one. April 1st, just like Nick said, April 1st, Travisos, the animated series. And if you guys want to be a part of it, just email me, cricketnasty@yahoo.com. If you have recording equipment, dope. You know, like we can make it happen. So cricketnasty@yahoo.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at Incredible Javier. Instagram probably be ideal. That's where I'm at more. Facebook I check every now and then. So if you want to be a part of it, hit me up, and you know, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, you can follow me at BIGSILENCA, Big Silencer, westcoastreactive.com. We got Travisos coming April 1st, 10 a.m. Be tuned in. Hit us up if you need us. We're always here.
I just appreciate you, G-Lew. You know what I mean? You opened up your platform to us, and we're excited about this project, and I'm grateful that you took the opportunity to hear it out.
Oh man, it's an honor, bro. You know, it's an honor, man, and I'm glad you always involve me, man. And like even with this, I'm a part of it. So it's all love, bro. I salute you and everything you do. I'm here for you. You already know that, bro. Whatever you need, I'm always here. So salute to my homeboy Javier, Big Nick, SilenCA. Much love. WCWA. That's your thank you for having Nasty Crew. Yeah. But everyone in the chat tonight as well, and thank you. Great interview, great episode. Much love, and we're gonna get up out of here with that. And I'm gonna play the second clip, Javier, as we go up out of here. But peace, everyone. Check this out. We out of here. No, that's not what I meant. Okay, here we go.
My last juvenile court date went by pretty fast. The prosecutor had a gang of witnesses and character witnesses that took the stand against me. The deck was stacked against me anyway. Juveniles didn't get a jury trial, so it was up to the judge to determine if I were guilty or innocent. I didn't have a chance.
Mr. Morales, since you've been incarcerated, you've caused numerous incidents, and it doesn't seem like you have any remorse. The only thing you have going for you is your youth. I sincerely hope you figure it out, Mr. Morales. I hereby commit you to the Youth Authority for the remainder of your juvenile life. Court's adjourned.